Venice, a city of timeless beauty and intrigue, built on water, yet slowly sinking beneath the waves. How did this improbable city rise to become a powerhouse of art and commerce, and what challenges does it face today? Let's unravel Venice's incredible journey, where each twist is as breathtaking as its shimmering canals. Our story begins in the 5th century, amidst the chaotic fall of the Western Roman Empire. As barbarian tribes swept through Europe, entire communities were driven from their homes, forced to seek refuge in one of the most inhospitable places imaginable, a collection of marshy islands in the Venetian lagoon. It was here, in this harsh environment, that a new city was born. A city that would defy nature, shape empires, and create a legacy that still captivates the world. Life in early Venice was tough. Imagine a place where there were no roads, only water, and every structure had to be painstakingly built on unstable ground. To survive, these early Venetians became masters of the lagoon, driving thousands of wooden piles deep into the muddy seabed to create a solid foundation. Even today, Venice stands atop this ancient forest of underwater timber, an engineering marvel that has endured for centuries. It's a testament to human ingenuity, born out of sheer necessity. As centuries passed, the once humble settlement evolved into a formidable force. By the 9th century, Venice had emerged as a maritime republic, perfectly positioned for trade between East and West. The city's ships crisscrossed the Mediterranean, bringing back spices, silks, and wealth beyond imagination. But Venice wasn't just a city of merchants. It was a city of visionaries, building an empire from the very water it lived on. The Venetian arsenal, a shipyard that could assemble entire warships in a single day, became the backbone of this maritime power, securing Venice's dominance over the Mediterranean for generations. Venetians were not just traders, they were explorers and adventurers. Perhaps the most famous of them all was Marco Polo. In the late 13th century, Polo embarked on a journey to the court of Kublai Khan, traversing the Silk Road and returning with tales of unimaginable riches. His stories ignited Europe's fascination with the East and cemented Venice's role as a gateway to the wonders of Asia. But Marco Polo wasn't the only Venetian to shape history. Venice itself was a magnet for those seeking fame, fortune, and glory. Trade brought immense wealth to the city, and Venice became a masterpiece of art and architecture. St. Mark's Basilica, with its golden mosaics and treasures looted from Constantinople, stood as a beacon of the city's prosperity. The Doge's Palace, an intricate blend of Gothic and Renaissance styles, served as the seat of Venetian power. But Venice's beauty wasn't just skin deep. It was also a hub of innovation, where culture and commerce intertwined to create an era of unparalleled grandeur. In the 15th and 16th centuries, Venice was at the height of its glory. The city embraced the Renaissance with open arms, becoming a canvas for artists like Titian, Bellini, and Tintoretto. Their works burst with color, emotion, and a sense of realism that transformed European art. Music, too, flourished. Vivaldi, one of Venice's most famous sons, composed pieces that still echo through the city's churches and palaces. It was a time of cultural explosion, where Venice's unique position as a crossroads of civilizations was both its strength and its inspiration. But what made Venice's society so remarkable? The city was governed by the Doges, elected leaders who ruled for life, but were constantly checked by the Senate and the Great Council. This balance of power ensured no one man could dominate. Yet Venice wasn't a democracy. It was an oligarchy, ruled by a handful of elite families who controlled everything from politics to trade. Still, the system worked, and it helped Venice navigate centuries of prosperity and conflict. Venice also pioneered financial innovations that changed the world. In 1587, it established the first public bank, a revolutionary institution that allowed for international trade and financial stability. This banking model would later influence economies across Europe, proving that Venice wasn't just a city of artists, but a city of economists and thinkers, always staying one step ahead. Yet no golden age lasts forever. The 14th century brought one of Venice's greatest tragedies, the Black Death. The plague struck the city with brutal force, killing nearly 60% of its population. Venice's canals, once lifelines of commerce, became conduits of death. The city recovered, but it was forever changed. And even as Venice fought to rebuild, new challenges loomed on the horizon. By the 16th century, the Ottomans had become Venice's fiercest rival, threatening its dominance over the Mediterranean. Wars with the Ottoman Empire drained Venice's resources and sapped its strength. But it wasn't just military pressure. The discovery of new trade routes to the Americas and around Africa meant that Venice's once lucrative position at the center of East-West trade was no longer as valuable. The city was slowly but inevitably losing its grip on power. The 17th and 18th centuries marked a period of slow decline. Once, Venice had been a glittering capital of trade and innovation. Now, it was becoming a shadow of its former self, a picturesque but fading jewel. Yet, even in decline, Venice remained a cultural powerhouse. The city hosted grand balls and masquerades, drawing European elites who marveled at its beauty. But behind the masks and the glitter, the cracks were beginning to show. By 1797, Napoleon had arrived, and the thousand-year-old Republic of Venice was no more. The conqueror swept through the city, looting treasures and marking the end of Venice's independence. Yet, despite the fall of the Republic, the legacy of Venice could not be extinguished. Its art, its architecture, and its unique way of life had left an indelible mark on the world. Today, Venice is a global icon, drawing over 20 million tourists each year. But mass tourism is a double-edged sword. While it brings money and attention, it also puts immense pressure on the city's fragile infrastructure. Ancient buildings buckle under the weight of crowds, and Venice's famously narrow streets overflow with visitors. The very canals that once brought wealth now face rising sea levels, and the threat of catastrophic flooding looms larger each year. To combat these existential threats, Venice has invested in the Mose Project, a massive flood defense system designed to hold back the waters of the Adriatic. The project has been mired in controversy, with delays, budget overruns, and questions about its long-term viability. But for now, it stands as a symbol of Venice's determination to survive, even as the odds stack higher against it. Despite these challenges, Venice remains a living city, full of vibrant culture and timeless traditions. The Venice Biennale continues to attract artists and visionaries from all corners of the globe, celebrating the spirit of innovation that has defined the city for centuries. The annual carnival, with its elaborate masks and costumes, brings the past to life, allowing Venetians and visitors to experience the city as it once was, a place of mystery, grandeur, and endless possibility. Venice's story is one of resilience, a testament to human creativity in the face of overwhelming adversity. From grand canals to magnificent palaces, every stone in this city tells a tale of triumph and tragedy. But the question remains: can Venice continue to defy nature and the challenges of the modern world, or will it one day become a lost city beneath the waves? From its founding in the marshes to its rise as a Renaissance superpower, Venice is a city defined by innovation and endurance. Yet, its future hangs in a delicate balance, a dance between human ingenuity and nature's might. As we look to the future, one thing is certain. The story of Venice is far from over, and its legacy will continue to inspire even as the tides of time rise ever higher. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the captivating history of Venice, a city that has defied the odds and captured the world's imagination. We hope you enjoyed exploring its triumphs, challenges, and enduring legacy. If you found this story as inspiring as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the world's most fascinating cities. Until next time, keep exploring and let the echoes of history continue to inspire your travels. See you in the next adventure.